Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian Season 2 is the second season of the American streaming television series The Mandalorian, and it stars Pedro Pascal as the title character, a bounty hunter trying to return the child to its home. It is part of the Star Wars franchise and is set 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. The season was produced by Lucasfilm, Fairview Entertainment, and Golem Creations, with Jon Favreau serving as showrunner. The Mandalorian has become one of my favorite television series over the past couple of years. It came onto the scene just out of nowhere, and it delivered an episodic Star Wars show that we've never seen before. It is the first live-action series in the Star Wars franchise, and of course everyone was nervous that, oh my gosh, it's going to star a Mandalorian, but it's not Boba Fett. Is this going to work out? And it really did. Season 1 was filled with a lot of great character moments between the child, or Baby Yoda, or now Grogu, and Din Djarin, better known as the Mandalorian, and I thought the ending of Season 1 was really good. It kind of set up where they're going to go with the series, so I had high hopes going into Season 2, and boy were they fulfilled. The first critique I have with Season 2 of The Mandalorian is the first couple episodes, while good and they had some great character moments with all of the different ice spiders and the crate dragon, it didn't really progress the overarching story, but towards the end of the season, without giving away any spoilers, this review is going to be spoiler free for the finale in case you haven't seen it yet. It really does progress that storyline. It takes the series in a whole new direction, and I'm not quite sure where they're going to go with it, but I'm excited to see where they do go. Season 2 of The Mandalorian ran the risk of feeling like a retread of Season 1 because that dynamic between the child and Din Djarin is a little bit repetitive sometimes. There were points in Season 2 where I felt like it was a video game the entire time, like an RPG, because it's very much, okay, Mando and the child need to get to this specific location. They get to that specific location, and then someone else has information there that they need, but they won't give up that information for free. They need to help them do something, and then they'll get that information and send them to their next quest. And for about 3/4 of the episodes, that is how the show works. And it feels like a cliche, but when it's used in such a great creative way in Season 2, it does not feel stale whatsoever. And a critique that I've seen of The Mandalorian Season 2 is that the episodes feel short, and they are short, with some of them hovering around like the 30-minute mark, but it's a TV show. People are used to like 2.5-hour movies, and this is shot so incredibly well, and the special effects are so great that when you see Star Wars, you expect like a 2-hour experience. So to get 30 minutes week by week, people are clamoring for more, especially when it's such a great show. So that wasn't really a problem for me. Sure, it left me wanting more, but I guess that was the whole point of it, wasn't it? Another solid aspect of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, it starts to bring in characters from the expanded universe that were familiar in like the Clone Wars and Rebels, and even some lesser known characters in some of the episodic films. And sure, maybe I didn't get their characters right away because I've not seen Clone Wars or Rebels, but I have read about their storylines before. I'm familiar with what their role is in the Star Wars universe. So if you're coming at it from that angle, you will be right there with me and you won't have any problem understanding it. But sure, the Clone Wars and Rebels is going to enhance your experience, but those characters they brought in, they were very interesting and they had great backstories, and I'm sure they're going to be explored in future seasons. In future seasons is where I start to get a little nervous because we had that Disney announcement the other day that they're splintering off like 10 more Star Wars shows in Disney Plus. They're running the risk of diluting this a little bit because Mandalorian's had the field to itself for the past couple years. Clone Wars and The Mandalorian have pretty much ruled Disney Plus. So when you add all these different shows to the mix and all this different lore, you run the risk of doing the Marvel effect where it starts to feel a little less special. And I want this to continue to feel special, but at the same time, I think we all need to trust Disney Plus and Jon Favreau because they haven't led us astray with The Mandalorian yet. Another aspect I really enjoyed about The Mandalorian Season 2 is the action is brutal, it's gritty, and it's just damn entertaining. Some of the characters they bring in are absolutely brutal, and the action is heightened in this season, so it does feel like an improvement on Season 1. And one of the critiques I had of Season 1 is it felt a little bit too slow around the middle, whereas this is the complete inverse, and it really starts to escalate around the middle. And everyone who's watching this video today is probably going to be talking about the finale and where they're going to go with Grogu and the Mandalorian, and it's safe to say that the Mandalorian is going to be a different sort of show going into Season 3 and beyond, but that's good. I feel like if they would have done the same sort of dynamic between the two of them for Season 3, people would have started to complain. So I'm excited for future seasons, but I'm also nervous that the show is going to lose what made it special initially, and I don't want it to lose that. Sure, I loved Season 1 and 2, and I'm excited for some of the shows that they're going to be splintering off, but at the same time, I think it's okay to be cautiously optimistic about it. But to reflect on Season 2, I think it was better than Season 1. It had stronger character moments, stronger action, and it felt like the story progressed exponentially from Season 1. So my final rating for The Mandalorian Season 2 is a solid 9.5 out of 10. I would have gave season 1 a 9, so this is a slight improvement. Sure, there are some weak spots in the first couple episodes, and sometimes it does feel like a little bit of a retread, but overall, season 2 of The Mandalorian is some of the best television I've seen in the past couple years. I highly recommend you check out the series if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
This is the way.